What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Casual Academy. My name is Nathan Karimi, and I am joined, as always, by my cousin and co-host.
What's up, guys? I'm Kevin Zimbelman.
Tonight, I want to remind you, Casual Academy is the only MMA podcast that discovers MMA history fight by fight. But tonight, once again, we are back to discover a new kind of history in the making. On Saturday night, we jumped into the Paramount era for UFC 324, headlined by Paddy the Baddy Pimblett and Justin the Highlight Gaetjhe. What do you think?
The Highlight is the most fitting nickname
Ever.
of anybody in the entire UFC.
His entire career.
I mean, yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, actually, some of the fights were a little lackluster. The main event was kick-ass. The Paramount production, I don't hate it. You know, we're not paying a lot of money per month.
Yeah.
All in all, I think it was a win, 324. I think it was good. I give it like a solid B.
I'll agree with you there. I kind of made the mistake of, on the very first Paramount card, deciding to eat mushrooms. So I don't necessarily know that I got out of it. I kind of was like thinking about the corporate nature of Paramount, and that felt a little bit invasive. But other than that, we just can't expect this sport to be what it was 30 years ago. And if we're just talking about the fights, I would agree with you. B, maybe even bordering on a B+.
Yeah, and just to let you know, Travis Barker was for everybody. You weren't like visualizing him. You weren't tripping and seeing him.
Oh, he was really there?
Yeah, he was there.
But I liked it, and I guess no one else did. So, yeah, that's honestly my only opening thoughts. I will say this card was extraordinarily irrelevant for any future, kind of,
so, yeah,
you know
a little
I mean?
bit,
There
a
was
little
a lot
bit,
of
little bit.
irrelevant shit. Let's jump right in, dude.
Yeah, all right. So for the main event, we have Justin, the Highlight Gaetjhe, versus Paddy the Baddy Pimblett.
Yeah.
And what did you think about this one? My biggest
Well, I see
takeaway.
what you wrote first.
Yeah,
and I
my
can't wait to
biggest
argue with
takeaway was, yeah, Paddy's not good. I mean, he has improved, but in my opinion, Justin Gaethje was clearly affected by this staph infection, was on some sort of antibiotics. He was probably, I had to take a guess and say he's about 70% of what he was. And I mean, if you look at him in this fight versus the Fiziev fight, he was so much faster in the Fiziev fight. Now, yeah, Justin at 70% beat the fucking shit out of Paddy Pimblett. And I love to see it, dude. I love to see it.
I like Justin and I like Paddy. I have a different takeaway from this, a big time different takeaway. I told Joe, and I totally forgot that Justin had that staph thing, or it completely slipped my mind. But I told her, I was like, he's injured. I bet he's fucking injured, but not because he looked a certain way. I think he fought like that because I didn't think that he thought he would have cardio for the whole time.
100%.
But I don't
100%.
I don't think he looked any better, they both looked like shit, kind of. But, dude, I think Paddy wins a rematch. No, if they fought again, I think Paddy wins. I think that fight was so extraordinarily impacted by those eye pokes. One of Justin's biggest knockdowns, when he did the most damage, he threw, I think, a left.
Yeah, they grazed. Yeah, not grazed, but
I mean,
really got
that
him.
went in, and Paddy was like, Paddy really...
Yeah, but he was getting the shit beat out of him before that.
Paddy wasn't doing great. Paddy won the whole first round until he got the fuck beat out of him.
Paddy did not win any round, maybe 3.
Paddy was cracking Justin on the feet.
But it didn't do anything. That's the thing.
That doesn't matter. It would have done something, and he did stun Justin 2 or 3 times. Even Armand was like, "Well, this guy, he's on chicken like
see,
3 times."
I don't know, man. I watched. Okay, so in my opinion, I thought the commentary was so fucking biased for Paddy.
I literally, that must have been the mushrooms. I was just like, I did not hear anything they were saying.
Oh, bro, it was anything Justin would do. They were just kind of like, oh, the resilience of Paddy. And then when Paddy was hitting Justin was kind of moving out of the way, like he was just stepping back, and they were like, oh, he's hurt, like Paddy's gaining momentum. And it's like, dude, I watched the fight on mute, and it looked like Justin just walked him down and beat the fuck out of him for 5 rounds.
It did, man. Paddy came into this with the world's most atrocious game plan.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I think this is what he had to do.
Dude, I agree. I think Justin fighting this way, like they kept going, Justin's got to stop doing this. I was like, I disagree. I think this is how he finds a knockout. Paddy was landing that uppercut. Paddy was landing that jab. Paddy was landing kicks to the
Not
belly.
a single mark on his face, bro. It didn't do shit.
Sure, but
it didn't do shit.
No, hey, look, there's no arguing. Justin won, and Justin beat the fuck out of Paddy.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with those things. I just think that I did not take out of it that Paddy sucks. In fact, not as good as I thought. I thought Paddy was going to do better. Even when we talked on Friday, I was like, this is like a 49-51 fight. I'm not confident that Paddy's going to win or anything, but I did think he would.
Sorry.
No, go. I'm done.
Sucks is too harsh. Paddy doesn't suck. He's just not ready for what the UFC want him to be ready for.
Okay, so where is Paddy? And then let's kind of move. Well, we don't have to move past this because there's a lot of like. It's funny. This was almost like. This was just not in any way, shape, or form like a meaningful fight. Like without Arman Tsarukyan, it's almost like okay.
Yeah, that's another one takeaway I had. But yeah, I think the amount of damage that Paddy took in this fight, he's not going to be the same. I mean, he's 33 years old.
Is he 33?
Yeah,
I thought he was 31.
I thought he's 33.
Oh, well, let's just say 32.
We'll say 32. 32. I mean, it's not like he's like a young chap going into this fight, whatever. I mean, he's young compared to Gaetjhe. Gaetjhe was 37.
Why he got to be a chap?
A young lad.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're just not going to be the same after this fight. And the UFC, they do this thing where they handpick these guys, and I fucking hate it because the meritocracy goes out the window, and it's like a popularity contest.
Yeah, in the Paramount era, we gotta not even think about that anymore because that's gone. That's meritocracy is gone for good.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just like sad to see, and yeah, I'm happy this happened because this is like fuck you to the UFC for trying to skip over Arman,
Sure.
trying to propel Paddy into what he's not. I mean, clearly he's just not ready.
He's not ready. I don't think Paddy's far off. I think he had a good night, and I think I can't even begin to express how bad those eye pokes were, in my opinion. Like, dude, if someone's not going to be the same after a fight, think about this. You're certainly not going to be the same after a round. If you get the absolute shit beat out of you in round 1, that's going to affect round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5. You might recover, you might not be wobbly, but it's just not the same. The worst beating Paddy took in this whole fight immediately was preceded by that bad eye poke that he was visually affected by.
No, this is
and
true.
Justin did it twice, and the ref warned him once prior to that. Justin should have had a point taken away. This should have been a 48-47 across the board. I gave Paddy lost round 1 because of the end, but I thought Paddy was winning round 1, and then I thought that Paddy won round 3.
He won round 3. That's the only round I'll give him.
Yeah, but outside of that,
100%.
yeah, he
I
had
mean,
like a terrible game.
immediately Justin set the tone, got in his face. I mean, he dropped him twice before an eye poke.
Yeah, for sure.
So
let me ask you a question, and think about this before you just answer it, because I feel like I know where you're going to go, and I feel like it's easy to go there. Who's better, Paddy or O'Malley? Because they're both clearly fighters that have been hand-picked fights, so on and
O'Malley's
so forth.
better.
You think O'Malley's better?
O'Malley's better.
Yeah. Very possible. Very possible. I think those two are kind of about the same, and I think that Paddy's ground game is better, and I think if Paddy needs new coaches, I think.
Could be, but honestly, everybody's like, "Oh, why didn't he try wrestling Gaetjhe? Why didn't he, try taking him down?" He can't. I mean, you can't.
Maybe.
And his gas tank was worse than Gaethje's.
Yeah, I thought both their gas tanks were good. Neither one of them was like spectacular. Yeah, man. Now, just quick hits on this, and let's move to the next one. But
sure.
this is a silly question. How does Ilya do against either of them?
Oh, dude, I said Ilya could fight them back to back, knock them both out in the first round, and then have a competitive fight with Arman Tsarukyan. I think Arman would do the same thing.
I don't think it's as easy for Arman because I think just by virtue of Arman's style, I think he needs to get in. And I think needing to get in, I think that Paddy would give Arman trouble on the ground. I'm not saying he would win. I think Arman wins that. But I think that Paddy could, like, I think Paddy's better on the ground than Charles Oliveira, except for maybe submissions. Like, I think Charles Oliveira on the ground is like a great submission hunter. But, dude, Charles Oliveira has proven time and time again he is not a great position guy.
Dude, Paddy's not as good as you think he is, man. He is not that guy, bro. He's just not.
I'm not
that
saying
guy.
that Paddy's that guy. I think Ilya runs through Paddy, and I think Arman beats Paddy. But I don't think it's like I don't think Arman beats Paddy as bad as he beat Dan Hooker. I don't even think it's even resembles that fight.
See, that's kind of the way I see it going. And
I think that's the way it goes. Like I think that's the path, but I don't think it's as easy.
I don't know.
And Ilya knocks them both out. I mean, just for clarity, Ilya knocks them both out in the first round.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially Justin Gaethje, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, anyway, any other thoughts on Justin versus Paddy?
My final thought is this is the closest Paddy will ever get to a belt. He's never going to be this close.
Let's do a kind of on-air bet. I bet Paddy fights for the title again.
Okay.
I don't know when, and like outside of unforeseen circumstances. Like horrible injury or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. The next fight we have is Sean O'Malley defeating Song Yadong via unanimous decision. And people say this was kind of a robbery. Do you think Song should have won this one?
You know, my immediate thought was robbery, like what the fuck? But round one was close enough. It's funny. I thought, and I know you have on here, O'Malley looked like himself in the third. I thought O'Malley looked brilliant for the first 2 minutes, and then again in the last round. But Song figured him out really quick. Song is just, unfortunately, Song is that fighter we've seen for 20 years 1,000 times. Really, really good. Never going to make it to the top.
Yeah.
He's just too average everywhere. He's great everywhere. He's not exceptional anywhere, except maybe power, and clearly the power didn't translate.
Yeah. I think Sean wasn't himself in that first round. I feel like, coming off those 2 bad losses to Merab, he's probably playing it really timid. And Song was throwing bombs, too. He was throwing with some heat. But I think
it had more to do with Song than it did with O'Malley. I think O'Malley needed to adjust. I think Song
and he
came
did.
out great.
Yeah.
He was feinting. He was moving. He was switching stances. I love Sean's movement, like I said, in the first 2 minutes, but then it kind of spiraled out of control.
Yeah. And Song really used those leg kicks really well.
Yeah.
And, I mean, no one has ever did that to O'Malley since Cheeto. I mean, Cheeto exposed how easy you can beat up O'Malley's legs, and no one took advantage of that. But then Song got away from that in the third.
Did he get gassed, or what happened?
I think he got gassed. I think he got gassed because he kept trying to do grappling and not stand as much because Sean was kind of pressuring him, and he was getting.
He should have continued the grappling. He would have won that fight.
Yeah, I think so. But hey, props to O'Malley for. Really kind of coming back.
And Song's no joke. I mean, Song is good. Very good.
That's what I'm saying. So, O'Malley was down. I mean, that second round, he for sure lost.
So, for the record, who won? To you?
I think O'Malley won 1 and 3.
Did you? Okay. Yeah. I had it Song, but, looking back at it, not a robbery. Just, I thought Song won.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, at the time, I thought it was a fucking robbery.
Does Sean get a title shot off this performance? Does he get the Petr Yan fight?
I think he does. Do I think he deserves it? I don't think it's crazy out of this world ridiculous if he gets it, because Merab needs to sit. If Merab's ready, then it's Merab, and there's no question about it. Umar looked above average, but against Davis and Figueiredo, who missed weight and is 38 years old.
Yeah.
And fought the worst fight ever. What's funny is, and people are going to look, we can't really separate the O'Malley Song fight from the Nurmagomedov.
No, because they were both
fight.
Title content, show me what you got kind of matchups. Yeah.
And Umar did not impress. Sean did not impress.
Agreed.
But all equal, Sean has a victory over Petr Yan. Agree or disagree, who cares? He does. They're going to give it to Sean. unless Merab fights right away and beats Piotr Jan, which I don't think is going to happen.
Yeah, I think they're going to give it to Merab, and I think we'll get Sean versus Corey.
Sean versus Corey would be good. I think Corey wins.
Yeah, I think so too.
Why not Sean versus Umar?
They're not going to do that to him.
I think they're doing it to him just the same if they do.
If they do
Sandhagen.
Corey, I think so, but they know. I don't know.
What about this? What about Sean and Peyton Talbot?
That'd be fire.
I think what they'll do is I think.
But that's way too down in the rankings. I think they'll do Peyton Talbot and Song Yadong, bro, or they'll do Peyton Talbot and Figueiredo.
Yeah, Figgy's a good Figgy's almost not a gatekeeper. He did fight Umar Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
By the way, whenever and I know we're on Song and O'Malley, but whenever Figgy was like blasting
Umar
against the fence,
Yeah.
if you actually look, that's when Umar did his best work.
Oh yeah.
Umar was slipping and kicking. He was kicking him in the face from a foot away.
Yeah. Yeah, you can argue Umar didn't really get to show his stuff because Figgy kept backing up the whole time.
Yeah.
But 38 years old, missing weight.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
it was propped up for him.
It's a
for
rough
finish.
look.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts on? You've already moved on to Lewis and Waldo, but any last thoughts on O'Malley and Song?
I don't know. I was happy O'Malley got the win. Not gonna lie.
Sure, Song's just not. I like him. He's just not that guy in any category.
Yeah.
Lewis and Waldo. I mean, come on. Was this a shock to either of us? Even though I predicted Derek, like
Yeah, I was gonna say you said Derek was gonna knock him out.
I said that because I can't stand Waldo Cortez Acosta. Like, yeah, I don't. Again, all I think about the entire time is this dude's going to get exposed. I mean, Derek Lewis isn't necessarily going to do it, but Waldo Cortez Acosta, his entire existence is just waiting to be exposed.
See, this is the thing though. Heavyweight is so fucking bad that he's not gonna be like, hey, like it or not, that's a top 5 heavyweight, bro.
No doubt about it. And listen, and for the record, he deserves a title shot. I mean, he's on a fucking...
He called out Curtis Blades.
Oh, okay, that's even better. And good for him for doing this. Like, I like this better. I just thought that some of his fights were so fucking boring.
I mean, yeah, that's all he does is use his jab, stay out of range,
Yeah.
and, you know...
Joe and I were talking about this while we were watching the fights, and I was like... Because I know you wrote there, Lewis doesn't care.
Yeah.
I told her, I was like, I would be surprised if Derek Lewis makes it to the gym twice a week.
Dude, what was all this shit about his coach was like, yo, he's in the best shape of his life. He's on these peptides.
He looks fatter than ever.
Bro, you know what the peptides did? They make him throw 3 jumping kicks instead of 1.
Okay, that's what it is. It's so funny that is his move. That is like his athletic. You can tell that's like his athletic move.
I wonder if that's like to scare his opponents or something, but then Waldo just kind of moved out and just jabbed.
Yeah. Even after the fight, Joe Rogan's like, did you expect this to be that easy? But, I mean, do you have any real thoughts on this?
My real thought is Derek Lewis just doesn't care, man. I want to... Oh, no, we already saw that fight. Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa. We saw that, didn't
Ty
we?
put him out.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And we saw Lewis and Pavlovich. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to run through this.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Real quick. Waldo versus Blades. Who wins that?
I think here's what I think. I think Curtis Blades is the best fucking heavyweight on earth besides Tom Aspinall with the lowest fight IQ. And if his fight IQ holds up, I think Curtis Blades beats almost everyone. He's got incredible wrestling. And when the time comes, he's got power in his hands, dude.
Yeah.
I think Curtis Blades beats him. I don't think Waldo Cortez. And again, it's easy to be like, well, that's not true because he does have knockout power. I don't think he has the type of knockout power to put Curtis Blades out on a single mistake, which Curtis Blades will inevitably make.
Good point. Good point. I'm actually interested in that fight because if he can actually stifle Curtis Blades wrestling, I'll say, oh shit. If Curtis Blades even decides to wrestle, I'll say like, oh wow, Waldo's even better than I thought. But I mean, on the feet, I think he's easily going to outclass Curtis Blades.
Possibly. Curtis Blades has fucking power when he does decide to hit.
Yeah.
I always get Curtis Blades and Corey Anderson mixed up.
I do think, low-key, Waldo is a little hard to hit for these heavyweights.
I think Waldo's probably way better than I'm giving him credit for, but I am blinded by how bad I think he is. That said, I just want to go on record. He deserves... If they gave him a title shot, I'd 100% agree with it at this point. Outside of the sticky situation we got with Tom.
Right.
Question. because this is to me the more important question: Volkov and Waldo.
Oh, Volkov destroys him.
So what the fuck are we talking about?
But Volkov's a hard fight.
It wasn't a hard fight for.
Oh, Tom? No. Waldo's not on no Tom level. Come on now.
So then, what are we talking about here?
We're just. I mean, he's
Like
he's
like
who's
3
left.
through 7's
Yeah,
terrible,
he's
and
like
1
who
through 2 is great.
Yeah,
kinda.
it's kind of like lightweight division where you got Arman and Taporia like way up here. That's kind of like Tom and Gon. Everybody else is underneath.
No, that's absolutely fair. And in that regard, yeah, Waldo Cortez Acosta, congratulations. You know, you did exactly what you should have done. I think they need to give him Volkov next, and I think that needs to be a title eliminator because they're all. We got to move past this sticky situation with Tom and Cyril Gane, but
Yeah. So the next fight on the card is Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas, and man, dude, I'm ready to write Rose off at this point.
this must have been the peak of my fucking tripping because I'm going to tell you right now, I thought this fight was great. Dude, you know what though? That's one of my favorite things about Rose is her movement. So, and she moved. I mean, she was moving in and out. She was like,
She moved, but she didn't throw.
so you know what I really like? So, Silva does this thing where she throws like a kick and then a second kick right behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Rose was ready for that every time. She just was patient and waited. I think Rose, even though her execution is sometimes awful, I think her fight IQ theoretically is really, really good. I thought, and by the way, I'm not crazy for saying this because I texted someone else and they said the same thing. I thought Rose won.
Rose did win.
So what?
She's just.
So why is she washed?
I mean,
So Silva must be real washed.
yeah, I don't think any of them are any good.
She's not going to touch Valentina. Neither one of them will.
No.
Okay, I'm glad you thought Rose won.
I thought Rose won, but I knew they weren't going to give it to her because she was so boring.
Yeah, dude.
She threw like 3 strikes in 1 round.
Man, I just really like Rose. It's funny. I must have just bias just built into my fucking
I think so,
viewing
dude.
habits because I liked it. I really like these. You know what? And you and I have talked about this before. I could almost watch an entire fight of fainting. Like I
can too.
feints.
Izzy's like one of my favorite fighters.
Yeah, Volk feints
Yeah.
beautifully. I thought Rose was fainting beautifully. I thought her footwork was fucking stunning. But yeah, she does lose heart. She kind of gives up takedowns and then doesn't really. It's almost like she doesn't fight either jiu-jitsu or to get up from them. I don't know.
I don't know. My thing is like this is a title eliminator Paramount card. Like you're supposed to show out.
Right.
And I feel like there was no initiative from Rose. I think Natalia actually tried, and then Rose was just kind of not there, which is credit to her movement.
Yeah.
But then there was just no offense on her part.
No, that's fair, man. That's fair. It's funny the way we're talking about these fights. It would seem like this card sucked, but yeah, I don't really have a whole. I feel like that's a dead division. I feel like Valentina just runs it, and
100%.
I don't think Erin Blanchfield's that good. I don't think that. I thought Manon Fiorot was great. I thought she was going to beat Valentina, but that clearly didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, any other thoughts on Silva and Rose, or?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
So to kick off the Paramount card was one of my favorite fights of the night. We have Arnold Allen versus Jean Silva. And what did you think about this fight?
So I thought it was going to go exactly the way it went without Silva's successes. You know how he had like little moments of success? I thought it was going to be exactly like that. Arnold Allen just being better, quicker, faster, landing better jabs, landing more from the outside, controlling the pace, moving, being all of the things that he was. But Jean Silva is just too intense. When he goes for it, it's just kind of like he's just too much. And Arnold,
he's creative too. He's creative too. He'll do step-in elbows. He'll do spinning elbows. He'll throw knees.
He's creative, but that was part of his downfall in the last fight. And I think that someone like Volk will just read that creativity because it's patterned. It's not like Anderson Silva who's throwing a fake, throwing a fake kick in a boxing match and coming with like a, boom, like it's not that creative. It feels a lot more patterned to me. And I don't think he's this led me to believe even further that I don't think he's going to have that much success.
Oh, I completely disagree.
Really?
This made me think like, oh yeah, Jean Silva's definitely going to hold the belt at some point.
This made me think like Arnold Allen has been out too long. And if they fought again, I think Arnold Allen figures him out. Jean Silva is like a monster when he's a monster, but outside of that, I just don't see anything from him that's impressive.
I thought he was precise. I thought he was aggressive. I thought he was like controlling. I mean, even in the grappling exchanges, he was kind of like, I mean, he was shutting Allen down.
Yeah.
After he was a little patient, got his reads. He didn't go crazy off rip, which is like good for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought his cardio held up across the fight better than Allen's did. His output was better with every round.
But when he didn't go crazy, those times when he was getting his reads, Allen was piecing him up.
That's the thing about him is he does get hit. He gets hit a lot.
And Volk, obviously Volk's susceptible to getting knocked out.
That's my thing.
But I think let's just say Volk doesn't get knocked out. Because honestly, I love knockouts, but they're not always the most telling of where a fighter is. Let's just say Volk's chin holds up the same way Arnold Allen's did.
Well, no, of course not. Of course, he would just dance around Jean Silva the whole time. But that's the whole difference is Jean Silva has an immense amount of power to where it like made Allen push back and not engage as much. I mean, that dude could fucking hit.
Allen got way too emotional.
You think so?
Oh, dude, he pushed Jean Silva.
Which is funny because Jean Silva's the emotional guy, and he didn't bark until the third round, man.
Yeah.
You know?
But he was doing that thing where he was standing right in front of him, and Allen went for a high five. Did you see that? Allen went for a high five, and then he didn't do it, and then Allen was like, pushed him. Did you see that? You didn't see that?
I don't think I saw that.
Oh, it was like a huge moment. At the end of the first round, Jean Silva was doing all this, like trying to high five and stuff like he was doing to Bryce Mitchell. And then at the very end of the round...
Yeah, Allen didn't want to give him a high five, right?
At the very end of... No, it was the opposite. So at the very end of the round, Jean Silva went on one of his blitzes where he just cracked Allen.
Yeah.
And good on him. I mean, he stole the rounds. But when he did that, Jean Silva stood right in front of him and just kind of was like... And then Allen went like this for like a high five, and Jean Silva wouldn't do it, and Allen was like, fuck you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, he rid his ass like a surfboard, bro.
Dude, he did. I hated that. That's why I don't like this guy.
And I love
get
this
it.
guy.
I know his
I love
backstory and all that stuff, and like, of course, I'm sympathetic towards it. I think Jean Silva, if he has success, it's going to come from the fact that, there's transitions after great champions, right? Like, does anyone think Diego Lopez is the man? I've been high on him forever. Does anyone really think Diego Lopez is going to hold this thing as long as Volk did?
No, hell no.
No, because we got Lerone Murphy coming. We got, quite frankly, who I think is going to be the champion, Aaron Pico.
Yeah.
We got all these guys coming.
Wait, Pico, you think he's going to be champion?
Oh, I think once Pico figures out how to feint and how to not be a fucking idiot, I think he beats everyone. He was beating the absolute fuck out of Lerone Murphy until he got cracked. And you know how I feel about getting cracked. God, it's one of my statements, isn't it? I'm starting to be able to read my own fucking patterns.
Well, getting cracked means getting fucked.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You
Okay.
didn't hear about that between him and Lerone Murphy? Randy Couture was there? No. So anyway.
Does this put Silva in line for a title shot? If not, who would you match him up with?
45. No, I think they should do Silva and Aljo.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You like that?
I think Aljo would die.
Or fucking kill this dude.
Hey, I don't know. You're not a believer, man.
I'm just saying. I was.
He
high
could
on
get
Jean Silva.
subbed. He could get subbed. But realistically, I think Jean Silva would put his fucking lights.
Quick hits. Evloev and Jean Silva. Who wins?
That's hard. Evloev's probably a nightmare matchup for everybody in this whole division.
Except Volk.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Volk, to me, that's the best one. Okay, but let's do quick hits real quick.
If I think Lopez and Silva fight again, I got Silva.
I thought that originally, but then I went back and watched it. Lopez beat the fuck out of Silva.
He did.
Like everywhere. Again, outside of these moments, and I've said this before with like Gilbert Burns and Hamzat, everybody's like, oh, that was really close. Go back and watch. It was not close at all, except Gilbert had huge moments. That's Jean Silva's entire style. When he's fighting elite guys, he gets the fuck beat out of him, and then has stunning moments that overshadow what he was losing. I thought he was losing. I thought out of 15, third round, he just beat the fuck out of Allen. But for the first 10 minutes, I think that 8 minutes of it, Allen won. And then Silva won.
He stole moments. He stole big moments. Yep, agreed.
You know?
Yeah. And something, I guess I already touched upon it, but I thought Jean Silva's cardio held up more than Allen.
Sure. Allen got way too emotional. So quick run. Just who wins, Evloev or Silva?
I would put my money on Evloev.
Aljo or Silva?
Silva.
Lerone Murphy or Silva?
Silva.
Lerone Murphy's one guy I'm not real high on.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like one of those perfect. He's like a Song Yudong to me.
He's like a Leon Edwards to me.
Yeah, he's somewhere in between those two for sure. He's like a Blasian. No I'm kidding. And then last one would be who else are they dogging for this title shot? Lerone Murphy, and then Vulcan Silva. There is something about Vulcan Silva that, as much as I like Volk, I kind of see Silva just landing that shot.
Yeah.
And over 5 rounds, Max and Silva. I know that's not relevant anymore, but
Max would style on him.
Style on him, dude. Yeah. Because Max would never get emotional. He wouldn't give in to any of it. Neither will Volk. All right.
And Silva, man, I was actually really wanting to see that fight where Topuria was in featherweight, but Topuria would knock him out. All right, but yeah, that was UFC.
Last one.
Sure.
Pico. You don't like Pico, do you?
I don't know anything about
Pico and Silva.
I don't know anything about Pico.
Okay.
I all I know was what he got fucking flatlined by Lerone.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, we can move. That's the card, isn't it? Last thoughts. Is there any relevant movement in terms of what's next? Because there was a lot of divisions throughout the night.
I think, man, I don't know if they're going to do Topuria and Gaetjhe. I think they're going to feed Gaetjhe to Arman. And then they'll set up Arman and Topuria. I don't know. I can't imagine they'll really line up Topuria and Gaetjhe.
I feel like Topuria could not train, be in the midst of this divorce and still... Or I could see Justin Gaethje just like...
I cannot see him having a sliver of success against Topuria.
Yeah.
I just can't.
But my God, how beautiful would it be if he just figured a way out to just like... You know what's funny?
If he knocked out Topuria, he'd be the fucking GOAT.
So
but...
You know what's
You
really
want to talk about these prelims?
Yeah, but real quick, I want to say this one thing. This is totally off topic a little bit, but... You know who's the one person, Prime, I'm talking Prime. It's a styles thing, because it's certainly not saying he's better. But I could see Poirier beating Topuria.
No chance.
Man.
No
but
chance.
he's blocking weird.
No chance.
Even with that weird blocking?
No chance. Topuria knocks him out.
Okay.
I think, we don't have to go on it.
Michael Johnson could knock out Topuria. I'm just thinking of random style guys.
No. Okay, I think what separates the elite guys is they're just so ahead of the pack is they have something that the other fighters do not have yet. Topuria's level of boxing is something that any MMA fighter just does not have yet. He has power, he has perfect technique, and he doesn't even fucking kick. He only boxes.
Dude, the way, you know what's funny is how much, and it was not success because he got pieced up, but how well Josh Emmett did for 5 rounds against Topuria. He got his ass beat, but the fact that he's not dead.
Yeah, that is true. The fact that he's not dead.
And he had some success.
Yeah, it was funny. I thought Josh Emmett kicked his legs a few times, and I was like, yo, Volk is going to expose that. And then that didn't
And Volk
happen.
had some success. Max had some success. But yeah, no, Topuria is just... Dude, it's just you have this feeling when you're watching Topuria like, okay, it's inevitable. And it's not like one of those things like a Derek Lewis, like he's going to find the shot. It's like, no, he's going to make the shot happen.
Yeah.
Like, dude, obviously case in point was Oliveira. I mean, he sucked Oliveira into that.
Yeah.
You know, he's so good.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
so fucking good.
Yeah.
So anyway, we can jump onto this.
Hey, you know who else got power like Topuria? That boy Atiba Gauthier on the prelims.
All I'm saying is what was his opponent's name? Puliev?
Yeah, apparently Puliev is a dog.
Okay, Puliev's a dog. That's fine. But, dude, I've told you this before. I've seen 100 Atiba Gauthiers.
See, here's the thing. I thought it was actually good that he didn't finish that guy, and it went the distance because he didn't rush anything. He didn't gas himself out.
He also didn't, like, absolutely dominantly win either.
No. He was getting hit. And it was funny. Puliev was doing the same exact exit, and he didn't catch on to it at all and didn't cut off the octagon. He just kept following. I swear Puliev did that same exit 9 times, and he didn't catch on.
What was he doing?
He was moving to the left. And that's it. And then instead of throwing like a hook to go where Puliev goes, he's throwing a 1-2, and then Puliev's not there.
Justin Gaethje kept trying to catch Paddy on that exit shit.
The
way he knocked out Edson Barboza, you could tell he was going for that.
Yeah. But no, I think Atiba Gauthier actually has a lot of potential. I think he's just so young. And the fact that he didn't gas himself out just trying to get a knockout and he got hit, it kind of shows that he has a lot more to show.
There's something that I don't even want to get into at all tonight because it's like, it's this kind of thought I have. But like, when guys are that knockout artist that you expect, like what did you and I both say? Oh, he's knocking this dude out in the first round. Like
he almost did.
When guys are like that and they don't live up to it, I rarely find that they overcome it and find a new thing.
Yeah.
And I don't believe Atiba Gauthier will. I know he's 23, which means so much.
Exactly, yeah.
It means so much that he's 23. But I don't know, man. I just think I just wasn't, I'm not like, look, I even remember going back and watching fights of Atiba Gauthier's and being like, oh, this is the guy that like Joe Rogan talks about as like the next fucking murderer. And I was like, yeah, he's powerful and aggressive, but like, I don't see him as any better than Terrence McKinney. Do you?
Yeah, after
this fight, yes.
Yeah, definitely, I do. Yeah,
they need to put Atiba Gauthier versus Drew Dober is what they need to do.
No, I mean the fact that he's 23 is just it's so much potential to be there.
It means a lot. It means a lot that he's 23.
Any other standouts from the prelims for you?
Yeah. That fucking
Josh Hokett.
What
did you think about him?
I just thought he was remarkable.
Really?
Remarkable.
Really? How so?
How not so?
Well, tell me.
He's perfect. He's so aggressive. His cardio held up. He was throwing punches. I don't remember if he was throwing kicks. He was putting this dude down. He was fucking going for submissions. I mean, he did everything. And I feel like that is the number one. That's like the difference between like him and a guy like Atiba Gauthier. Like, yes, knockout power. Ilya's knockout power is something different. That's like practice.
That's technique and power. Yeah.
Thoughtful power. He would have never let that guy exit the same way 9 times. Josh Hokett, I see Cain Velasquez in him. I see... No. I'm not saying he's Cain Velasquez. But what I'm saying is the things that made Cain Velasquez successful, the things that made Daniel Cormier successful, that's what he's implementing.
Tangibles. Perfect tangibles, a lot of good pressure, and like IQ.
Yes, and what they need to do, because Josh Hokett is clearly trying to be a star, but it's clearly not natural. Like, dude, the difference, here's star power, the difference between Paddy and Sean O'Malley is remarkable. Paddy is such more, even in the loss, he was like, I knew I was tough. That's not what I came here for. You know, like, he's just a real dude. Whereas Sean O'Malley always feels nervous to me on the microphone. He feels like he goes off on a big thing. Peter, where you at? Marab's first. You know, this dude didn't seem natural on the mic, but I'm going to tell you right now what they need to do. Josh, hear me out before you laugh. Josh Hokett on the prelims or the early undercard or early main card. Open up the main card at the White House versus Gable Steveson.
Oh, no, I don't think they'll do that. You're killing 2 like hype trains at the same time.
Yeah, I know, which is why I would never run the UFC. But I'm just saying that's what I'd like.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You know?
Realistically, who does he fight next? I think he fights just another unranked nobody, and we'll see what happens.
They could easily thrust him in the top 5, considering the heavyweight division.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, honestly, you could probably put him against like Sergey Spivak.
That's a good one. That's a really good. That's a jump up.
That's a jump up.
Sergey Spivak's pretty good. He's one of these guys that's like good, but just doesn't. Or Gaetjhe Almeida.
Oh, that's a big test.
Because I don't feel like Gaetjhe Almeida is any better than Sergey Spivak.
He's just so. I mean, didn't Almeida finish Sergey Spivak? He knocked
after
him out.
but Sergey Spivak like there was like 7 reversals in that fight. It was like basically even, and then he won.
Yeah. But Hokit, you were very impressed with, very, very much.
Very much so.
Yeah, I definitely see him being a future top 10 guy. I don't know if I'm gonna say top 5.
Yeah.
Heavyweight is super fucking weak. I don't know. I'm just not that. I can't be that impressed if you're going to. I don't know.
The guy he fought literally gave up. So how good could that guy possibly
The middle finger phantom knockout is so funny.
What is it?
The middle finger phantom knockout.
What's that?
He gave him the fucking finger. And
who gave who the finger?
Wait, you're joking, right? Josh Hokit beat this dude up, and then the round was about to end, and he stood up, left him, gave him the finger. Then
who gave who the finger?
Josh Hokit gave the other dude the
really?
finger. Yeah.
That's why you were like, he's a piece of shit and all that?
Oh, yeah. Plus the way he's on the mic.
No, he was on the mic. He was just trying to be silly, but apparently he said something about some transgender person.
Oh, you said Brittany Griner's a man.
I don't know who that is, but I read that the other day.
I don't know, bro. He's
just going for it. N-word, please. Did you hear him say that? I was like, oh my God, dude. You are walking up to that line.
Did you see him and his manager at the press conference?
Guess what's happening right now? We just dedicated like 3 minutes of this podcast to this.
No,
dude.
I know.
It's
I
working.
know we did. I know we did. He's different, bro. He's different. The bits are funny, but I just don't know if the skill's there.
What did he say? Something about I can do it with one thrust.
Yeah.
Some shit. He's funny.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on this card at all?
No. I don't have any other thoughts. I liked it. I'm happy I'm not paying $80 a month anymore. I do want to say fuck Polymarket. Polymarket's evil. And
What's
I hate
Polymarket?
I hate that Paddy Pimblett wore a Polymarket chain.
What is Polymarket?
It's where you can bet on like real world scenarios. So like, will Iran go into a revolution? You can put money on that and make money on that.
Oh, yeah.
And the UFC's partnered with them. Paddy walked out with the Polymarket chain.
I think that you just have to kind of like, dude, like the forces running the world. I don't even want to get into this so much, but the forces running the world are just the way that we think versus the way that they think are just never going to be aligned. And you just have to either live your life or just, I mean, even the UFC, like, dude, I was listening to a podcast today and they were talking about like early matchmaking. And it's like, dude, you and I would run this like a sport. Like we would have like, Arman would have been fighting.
Absolutely.
This weekend. Yeah. By the way, who would Arman have fought? Would he have fought Paddy or Justin?
I mean, she's not. I don't know. Ideally, he would have liked he'd fight Topuria, right?
Well, yeah, but that's not. Ideally, Topuria wouldn't have fucking cheated on his wife. You know, and beat her ass.
Allegedly. Hey, allegedly.
Allegedly done these things. Yeah, so whatever. I mean,
he won the court case. It's not like, I don't think he...
So I guess you can't even say allegedly anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is shitty, man, because it's like no matter what, there's certain things that you can't come back from. Like if someone says something about you, even if it's proven, it's like that doubt's always going to be in people's mind. So anyway,
I think they would have did Arman versus Gaetjhe because they know they're not going to give him Paddy.
Fair. I don't think they're protecting Paddy.
No, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. No, for sure. No doubt about it. You're right.
And I want to, closing thoughts, I wish we could do away with this. I hate it. I hate this whole Dana White privilege thing, protect these stars, whatever. I really feel like the UFC is diluting its own product, and you're not putting the best fighters forward. I mean, granted, I can't hate on Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett as the main event for the Paramount card because that was a fucking banger, but I hate how there was a title attached to it and whatever.
Yeah, for sure. And it's also like, geez, can't Ilya like have a moment? You know, I like interim titles for like severe injuries or for someone vacating temporarily. I don't like them for like life circumstances. It's like, dude, he might be back in June. What the fuck was the point of this?
Exactly.
But good for Justin for getting it. And then, honestly, dude, last thing I'm going to say is this. Even the way that they did it with O'Malley, the way that they do it with some of these guys, there is sort of a striker versus striker preference that people have. When someone's a great striker, they want to give them other strikers. Honestly, when Paddy fought Jared Gordon, win or lose, who gives a fuck? It was close enough that it could have gone either way. Like, I think Jared Gordon probably won, but like, it wasn't such a horrendous fucking beatdown of Jared Gordon that Paddy like. That it was like some shit about fucking Reuben Carter losing to white guys after he beat the fuck out of him for 25 minutes because he lived in like a segregated America. It's not like that. It's like, yeah.
No, it is not like that.
No, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not like Jared Gordon beat Paddy's ass for 15 minutes. It was a super close fight that Jared Gordon probably won. Same thing with Sean O'Malley. What does it fucking matter who won that fight? It was close enough that there was an argument for Sean to win. I thought Peter won, but I didn't. But that was far from a robbery to me.
Yeah, that one for sure. The Jared Gordon one, I thought he hands down won. I don't think you can give that fight to Paddy. I really just don't. I don't see
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I think Jared won, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is I don't think it was like. It's not like he knocked Paddy down 6 times. Like, it was a fucking boring ass fight up against the cage. Point being, I'm not as opposed to like the development process for guys that they see potential in. Clearly, Paddy has potential.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree. But making him jump 5 rankings without fighting somebody is
Oh, this was wrong, but it wasn't wrong because of them giving it to Paddy. It was wrong because they stole it from Armand. That's what was wrong.
And I don't. Yeah, I guess so.
Who else would it have been? Let's say there's no Armand. Let's say Armand's injured. What other 2? Give me the 2 lightweights that get it. Charles Oliveira. He just got his fucking clock clean.
Yeah, that is kind of funny though that Justin Gaethje has the interim belt and Max Holloway and Charles beat him. And
Yeah.
another thing that's really funny is when Justin Gaethje has the interim belt, the people who have the championships are Khabib and Ilia Topuria.
What do you mean? Oh, during the times that he, yeah.
The two fucking like nightmares of lightweight, you know.
Okay, real quick, and then I'm gonna turn this off, or I'll do the closing statements or whatever.
Yeah.
Khabib versus Topuria.
I don't know.
I just think Khabib's just fucking epic. All right, we good?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
No, what you got?
No, I would say Justin Gaethje fucking cracked Khabib when he was coming in.
Yeah, but he didn't wobble Khabib at all.
Yeah, what do you think Topuria would do?
Dude, but what I'm saying is Topuria lands on people. And I mean, case in point, he didn't knock out Josh Emmett and Jeremy Stevens did. Like, not all punches are created equal. If you look at how he landed on Charles Oliveira, like, getting hit in a fight is not the issue. You will get hit in a fight.
To me, I think it's... it doesn't matter. We can just cut this. But it doesn't, like... I don't know. If Gaethje hit Khabib and Topuria for sure hits harder than Gaethje, then you could make that argument, right?
You could. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say one last thing, and it is about Khabib, which is awkward. But, like, when Michael Johnson... By the way, they're, like, investigating that fight as another betting scandal.
What?
Johnson and Alexander.
Oh, I thought you meant the Khabib. Oh, yeah. I know all about that because Alexander Hernandez was injured and people found out.
Okay, so yeah, but it didn't seem as black and white as that. It seemed like there was a little bit of whatever. But anyway, last thing I'm going to say was this, dude, is I thought Michael Johnson cracked Khabib harder than anyone. Even though Khabib said Justin hit harder, I think in terms of being wobbled, I think the only person to have wobbled him ever was Michael Johnson. And you got to think about it. Michael Johnson put out Poirier, so anyway, cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here on our recap of UFC 324. We'll see you guys next week for UFC 325, both the recap and the predictions coming up here very shortly. If you have not already, go ahead and like this podcast or this episode and subscribe. Typically, we are more of an MMA history podcast, but we have gotten into this Paramount era doing predictions and kind of recaps of the episodes. But one way or another, if you are a UFC fan, if you are an MMA fan, like and subscribe for what I think is some of the best content in MMA in the entire internet. And that's a fact, baby.
Yeah, catch you guys next time for Modern Mondays Volume 3. Peace.